Ho ho, me hotties! A very, very good evening to you. It's me, Scottie McCLUE, and I thought we'd just do a random pop up just for you. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. The time is 10 o'clock, and here we are live on the 14th of April, Thursday, the 14th of April, 2022. How good is that? We did pop up this morning, of course. Fantastic stuff, an excellent show, and lovely to be back with you tonight for 1 hour of superb, scintillating information, education, and entertainment, not just for one nation, but right across the world. How fantastic is that? Now, I'll just check for the chat, and we'll be opening the phone lines in a few minutes, and you can come on and have a wee bit of a chat. Fantastic. There's Doogie saying hi, Scottie. Hi, Doogie. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome to tonight's talk show. This is the big one. This is Scottie McCLUE, voice of the world, radio talk show. Nothing ever is a dull moment on here, I can assure you. Hello, Scottie McCLUE. Hello, Karim. How lovely to have you with us, and a big dinky do to you. Welcome, welcome, I say. Good evening, Scottie. Richard, lovely to have you with us. Richard from Northern Ireland joining us there, of course. Fantastic. And lots and lots of you join. There's Ewan joining us. Make sure you follow us as soon as you come on. That's what it's about. Karim says, dinky do, Scottie. How are we on the TikTok? And also, he's on the Facebook and the YouTube. Neil says, hi, Mr. M. Hello, Mr. O. Lovely to have you with us, and a big dinky do, I say. Fantastic stuff. Now, Josh will send you down the Swanee. You're on completely the wrong live for somebody as tiny-minded and as not clever as yourself. So you can go on to maybe a Thickies live, and what we'll do with you, Josh, is just block you for life. That's you got a lifetime ban for being an idiot. There we are. That's the end of Josh. Off he goes. Excellent stuff. There's Alan McGee. Hello, Scottie. Hello, Alan. So good to have you with us. Dinky do, Scottie says, Chris. Wonderful, Chris, to have you with us as well. Justice for Josh, I say, and we've given him justice, summary justice, albeit, and he's away down the Swanee for just being an idiot. What kind of halfwit ever comes on to a top live and talks like that? Shout out from Saltcoat, Scottie. Dinky do, Weech. Lovely to have you with us. And there's Shane saying, hello, Scottie. Watch out, there's an umpty head about. There always is, Professor Numpty Head. We're not short of them, I can assure you. Good evening, says the wonderful Graham White on LinkedIn. Graham, lovely to have you with us on LinkedIn Live. How amazing is this? It's my 50th birthday tomorrow, Scottie. Shane, many, many happy returns for the morning. Good evening, Scottie. Nerves have gone watching Rangers. Well, maybe you shouldn't do that. You should watch Celtic instead. Are you Scottish? Let me think about that, Morgan. Yes. Oh, wonderful stuff. Good evening, says Aaron. Lovely to have you with us, Aaron, and a very, very warm welcome. Is there football on tonight? I ask you. I used to live in Saltcoat, says Ewan. Nothing wrong with that, Ewan. You know, if you don't live there now, we quite understand. Hi, Scottie, and Karim, says Martin. Hello, Martin. Can you say hello to my daughter, Joanna? She is my princess. I love her dearly, Alan. Of course I can. Hello to Joanna. Dinky do. Now then, come and join us as soon as you possibly can. If you've just joined us and you're wondering what on earth's going on, you're watching Scottie McCLUE, the world's top broadcaster, the first lord of the internet, and the world's most humble man. My mum's 34 tomorrow. Excellent, Aaron. Good stuff. Did you have a lovely 50th birthday? Did I have a lovely 50th birthday? Oh, I'm nowhere near that yet. I have a few years to go before I hit the big 50. How's the DJ work tonight, says Karim. Are you talking to me, Karim? Hello, Scottie. How's your day been? Gordon Robertson. How lovely to have you with us now. Hope you've spent the day washing windows. That's what it's all about. Now, there we are. Evening, Scottie. Has Boris broken the ministerial code? Your thoughts, please. Well, mystery chef, it will be interesting to see what happens there, won't it? Float eye, thank you, Richard. Well, Richard, it's actually all uppercase. First Lord of the Internet. So capitals all the way. 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Call Scottie now. No, we're not 1 a.m., Alan. We're 10 p.m. till 11 p.m. Fantastic. Second pop-up I've caught this week. Well done, Neil. You're a top man. Excellent stuff. We used to chat about Glendaruel. Yes, we did, Edit. I love Glendaruel. Kilmodden. The family are buried in Kilmodden. You're a Scottish icon. McFarmer. You're a Scottish icon yourself. I say, how lovely to have you with us. First lot. I apologise, Richard. You never, ever need to apologise to me. So there you are. I'm only saying. Otherwise, we'll be apologising to each other all night. Found an old copy of the Denning report on the Profuma affair today. Well, that'll make quite interesting reading, I tell you. Just became a top viewer, Angela Dinkydoo. Back in London, BA from Heathrow to Glasgow, £405. Absolute joke, says Gorbals Boy. Gorbals Boy, there is nothing funny about shelling out £405. I used to fly in a budget airline to London for I think it was about 20 quid or something like that. Did you ever watch Taggart on New Year's Day, Scottie? Always watch Taggart. Love Taggart to bits. The fabulous Mark McManus and then the wonderful, talented Alex Norton. Tremendous. Scottie, would you support British troops going to fight Russia? Well, if that's what they're doing, but as far as I know, that's not happening at the moment. Just became a top viewer. Bless you, Richard. There you are. Dinkydoo, Scottie. I live in Nairn now, the fastest town in Scotland. Nairn. Now, Mr. Martin, was it not the Cree twins to be the last prisoners in the Tower of London? So there's the wonderful Dee Gourley has joined us tonight. And Thomas Hamilton, hello, pal. So there we are. Has the Tube channel been taken down? So there we are. Ian Charles Scott. I don't think so. Are you not watching on YouTube? Everybody go to check out Scottie McCLUE's YouTube channel. Ian Charles Scott. It has a new name. It's Scottie McCLUE, Voice of the World Radio Talk Show. So there you are. Get yourself onto that. Scottie McCLUE, Voice of the World Radio Talk Show. Check it out, Ian Charles Scott. I say to you, all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. Robert Scrimger. You are, of course, 100% correct. Are you taking the bonnet off tonight, Scottie? Alan McGee. That is the maddest question anybody's ever asked. Why on earth would Scottie McCLUE take off his bonnet? That's just absolutely crazy. There you are. So how very silly is that? Do you think if you had a word with Oliver, he would stop playing the hamster cage? Well, I might. Oliver, Ollie, no touch, no touch. Ollie, Oliver, leave it alone, leave it. There we are. Let me know if there's any result, Gordon. Fantastic. Now, what have we got here? Sir, thoughts on the West and its role in forcing Russia into the Ukraine? Well, we don't discuss the war on here. We steer clear of it because that's for mainstream media. We discuss real issues about real people, just lightheartedly, bit of banter, bit of fun, that sort of thing. So we tend not to do the politics to any great extent, and we tend not to discuss the pandemic, and we tend not to discuss the war, and obviously the other great tragedy is Brexit. You know, there you are. Can you not read this? Ian Charles Scott. I can read this very, very well. So there you are. Have you been on the YouTube? You're on the YouTube now. There we are. I've had to put Oliver into the kitchen just now because he's annoying Fraser the hamster. No. You can't have Fraser annoyed. It will make him anxious. Dee Gourley, Dinkydoo, lovely to have you with us. No alien abductees on tonight. Perhaps they have indeed been abducted. Thou art consortist with Romeo. Yes, indeed, Robert. I think you probably are. Mum's arm is improving in Wick, says Ian Charles Scott. And Ian Charles Scott, I see you are on the YouTube channel. So why were you asking me if it had been taken down? We send your mum love in Wick, and we send strength and prayers, the power of prayer. Fantastic. I love all the history, especially the Tower of London and Tudor times, Mr. Martin. But do remember watching a documentary regarding the Cree twins in the Tower. Apologies, Scottie, just in a Shakespeare mood tonight. Robert, I'm always in a Shakespeare mood. I mean, oh, from years of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then should the warlike Harry assume the port of Mars, and at his heels, leashed in like hounds, should famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment. There you are. How about that, Robert? There's one for you. More people attended Ronnie Clay's funeral in Winston Churchill's. I don't think so, Mr. Martin. I don't think so, because I think you'll find that several 100 million attended Winston Churchill's funeral. I don't think Ronnie Clay's was on the telly. So there you are. But who knows? Fantastic stuff. There we are, because we all attended Winston Churchill's funeral. Now, what have we got here? Are the lives back now during the week, Scottie? Well, Cian, I think just for now, we're doing a bit of an experiment to see if they are successful. And if that's the case, we will look at it. So there we have it. Thank you for your lovely roses, Anne-Marie. You are so very, very, very kind to me. It's wonderful. Now then, who else have we got? Sorry, Scottie, you're in your 40s. Taggart and Ricky Fulton, the cop stop sketch. Yes, indeed. Yes, RoboCop. Just became a top 2 viewer. How wonderful is that? Wasn't he RoboCop, was it? What did he call himself? I loved that one. So there we go. Now we've got that. Ewan, yes, absolutely. Who else have we got here? Scottie, I'm switching from TikTok to YouTube and 54-inch TV. Tell me what it looks like, Richard. That would be fantastic. If anybody's on Twitch, can you go to Scottie_McCLUE? Check that it's streaming all right and follow me and like the stream. Watch it for about 5 minutes for me, because we're short of viewers at the moment on Twitch, and we need to build that as well. Gorbals, why didn't you do? Why is there never any media coverage about the apartheid in Israel? Well, I think, Dayun, it's not in the interests of the media barons to cover it. So why would they? You know what I'm saying? I wish I still had a copy on DVD, but when I was going to college for performing arts, we performed A Midsummer Night's Dream, but to Beatles music, I was one of the mechanicals. Oh, you would be excellent. Yes, indeed. Not playing bottom in that one. Electric cars for the future. Yes, should Formula One go all electric? I ask you. Thank you for sharing the live, guys. So good of you. You doing anything nice over Easter weekend? I am James. I'm tidying the house. I'm always doing something nice. Scottie, I'm getting you to 1K. You're at 1.1K. That is very, very good of you. Scottie, I'm going to talk about the aliens tonight. Richard, I think you should. Oh, my goodness. It's time we had the phone lines open. My apologies, everybody. Right, phone lines are open. Get yourselves on there and let's hear from you. I think that's the most important thing. There we are. To the telephones. What have we got here? Now then, let's just see if we can bring this up. Hello, you're live in Scottie's Phone In. Who's that?
Thank you, it's Kareem, Scottie.
Ah, Kareem, you're fast on the button tonight, my boy. That's excellent. Now then,
Scottie, how are we?
We're amazing. We've had the most incredible day, and I'm just loving the way these shows are going down at the moment, you know?
I'm really enjoying a lot of the callers, the new callers as well that are coming on. And I was thinking about that last night, that how a lot of the callers, Scottie, are mentioning other callers. And it's just like a wee community. You're the gaffer, you're leading it all. And it's just like a community, everyone coming together.
I'm not really the gaffer, Kareem. I'm just kind of directing operations, if you like.
You're putting it together.
I'm keeping it together, hopefully. We're trying to hold it together.
Scottie, just we had quite interesting discussions earlier on about flying
Yes.
But something I'm going to bring
and
up.
Kareem, that wonderful call, I've actually put it up on the TikTok and the YouTube for everyone.
I'll need to have a nosy.
Yes, have a wee nosy, because you and I chatting about all the, I've called it aviation history.
Yes, no, it was very informative. But what we spoke earlier on, slightly off topic, what I'm going to bring up today just now.
Yep.
And it's just about viewers' opinion and yourself. Now, obviously my name is of ethnic origin. From my father, who is Moroccan.
Well, Kareem, can I say that everyone's name is of ethnic origin?
Correct.
You see?
Correct.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
See what I just did there?
Well, we're all part of the human race, as you always say. So there shouldn't be any,
never
divisions, because we're all the same.
Yep, absolutely, and I thoroughly support that.
Yes. Well, earlier on, obviously because the elections are coming up for the councils, and there was a discussion on which we normally do talk about, and I'm not going to go into that.
No, we're not going, because in actual fact, we don't really discuss elections. Elections are very interesting from a media point of view. There comes a period of purdah, and you just can't talk about them.
Well, it was on the Alba website, and they were talking about independence and about this little book. So I put a comment down basically saying, let's have a constructive discussion, as you would, civilised. And I'm quite shocked that the amount of racial abuse that I got, I've actually reported it onto Facebook, because somebody said, because of my name, where do I come from? And I have no right to decide in Scotland's future.
Oh, no. I think you wouldn't have to dig very far to find out that, Scotland is very much a nation of incomers and immigrants.
I think the whole UK, Scottie.
Well, yes, I mean, this is what annoys English people, because they're mainly either Italian or French or German.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Scottie, and I wasn't born at this time, but was it after the Second World War, because there was quite a lot of people that got murdered, killed, that there was a high influx of Indian and Pakistani people brought over to start?
Well, yes, particularly West Indian and Caribbean, because they had to get people from somewhere, because they just lost so many people. And I mean, the war itself, it wasn't British people fighting, it was Canadians, Australians, Polish, Indians, Africans, Irish, English, Scottish, Welsh, you name it, the Norwegian, everybody was in that with the Allies, the ones that weren't against us.
Well, that's what I can't understand, Scottie, that when you look at any country, it's made up of the world. People of the world.
Always. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, one of our crack regiments in the British Army, the Gurkhas. I mean, all that, and all these wonderful Indian regiments and Africans, the King's Royal African Rifles.
Yes. Well, I think some people are very narrow-minded.
Well, they've got tiny minds, because they don't understand. I would think you wouldn't have to go very deep into their own DNA to find out that they probably are not from Scotland originally either.
Yeah. I reported it anyway, and I left a very friendly, and I did put a wee friendly comment back to that individual, but it was a middle-aged, bald man, so I just thought, a sad individual.
What a saddo, because I'll tell you, I mean, if you look at the Caribbean, there are people of colour from the Caribbean who have Scottish names.
Right, okay.
Yes, so very interesting. So, somebody could have gone on there calling themselves Campbell or McDonald or something like that, and they could have been from the Caribbean.
Yeah. I don't think you can justify anybody with their name or what they're in.
Well, you can't justify insulting people's names anyway.
Correct, yeah, I know. But I've took it with a pinch of salt. I tried to, because I've had that all my life since school. I went to visit my parents, and my dad was absolutely raging. He was really, really angry, but I thought it's normal. It shouldn't be normal. It should be the norm, but sadly it still exists.
Well, I think it will always exist with idiots. Because, and it will always exist with tiny minds. But as I've said to you before, you're a very charming person, and you're a very articulate person. And I think that these people are probably very jealous of your take on things. And no names, no pack drill, but certain media platforms are not particularly renowned for levels of intelligence.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the ones I'm on are pretty well, you know what I mean? But you know the abuse. I was getting threats and everything because I was explaining to the Scots they need to keep the Queen. You see, it's very, and you get half-witted idiots. One of them losing it. It was actually hilariously funny. Going, do you want to meet us somewhere and we'll sort it out?
Yeah, it's immature. They can put an argument towards what they think is right, and that really annoys me. There was it came on TikTok, a video, and it was ludicrous saying that what we know about the Queen just now can all change because of their DNA, and I thought, I'm not even watching this. This is a load of nonsense.
No, absolutely. I mean, you just have to take the rough with the smooth in life, as you well know, and certainly never, ever, ever feel that you have to justify yourself, because you don't.
No, thank you, Scottie. I just thought to share that with you. I mean, it was a really great call this morning, and then going through, and then I just read that. I thought, what a really sad individual.
I think that's not, you stick with McCLUE. That's the social media for everyone.
Yes, no, not at all, Scottie. But listen, if you're on tomorrow, I'll give you a wee call again, and thanks for taking my call.
Lovely to hear from you, Kareem, and dinky do, sir.
Thank you, Scottie. Bye now.
Bye now. What a top caller and what a top man. Fantastic stuff. That's our Kareem. Now then, what do we got here? Hi, Scottie and Kareem. Hello, Susan. Hi, all, and Mr. McCLUE. It's Jerry. Fantastic. Good to hear. Thank you, everybody. Now then. Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie, man. It's Martin.
Hello, Lala. How are you?
How are you, Lala, tonight?
I'm excellent, Lala. How are you? I asked first.
I am very, very well, Lala.
Excellent. That is good. We're going to get a call about aliens tonight from Richard.
Lovely. I have been on my DJ for 8.5 hours tonight.
Wow. Good man, Martin. How are you finding it?
I'm finding it very, very easy now. I know what I'm doing now.
Yes. Excellent. You'll be getting very slick at it. And that's the whole thing about DJing.
I think Kareem's very impressed as well, I think.
Ah, right. Excellent stuff. Well, good for you. Well, I hope you get a gig soon and you can try everything out.
Yes. Hopefully I will.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we'll be looking for.
But I need to get myself a microphone anyway for it.
Yes.
Anyway,
and try and get a good one. Not necessarily expensive, but good quality.
I've got headphones I use. You can hear the music through the headphones.
Yes.
And through the DJ as well.
And good quality headphones as well, as I say, not necessarily expensive, just good quality.
But it's very, very loud. The DJ when it's up.
Oh well, you need to get that turned down, because you could damage your hearing. A lot of old DJs are now stone deaf.
Are they? No way.
Yes, absolutely. I'm telling you, and then they can't hear anything, and that's their career up the chute.
Wow.
So watch that. Get the levels right. Don't have them. Check what are good levels to be hearing things, and don't have it too loud in your ears.
Yes, because there's a lot of music I have got.
Yes.
That I'll be doing soon anyway. So
yes.
I've got tons of music. Every album you can think of, every artist.
Good.
I've got all the ones you like.
Yes.
I've got country, western, pop.
And a wee bit of Scottish, a wee bit of for the Strip the Willow, or a Dashing White Sergeant.
Yes, I've got all that. Yeah.
Excellent, very important as well. But
Plus, I've got all the Irish and I've got all the Danny Madonna music as well.
oh, that'll be absolutely lovely. And you've checked out all your licenses and everything, what you need?
So I've priced all out. For a PVG, it's cost about £40.
That's right.
And that's a closure. I need to get myself something on that. Then I need to get another thing, a license. I think a license is about 50 or 60 for it. I'm not sure.
Right. Well, all that stuff, and then you're ready to go. But do watch the levels in your ears.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Martin, I'm going to dash because we're mobbed tonight, but lovely to hear you.
Yes, I'll phone you back again tomorrow morning and tomorrow night.
And we'll get a wee chit-chat then. You take care and dinky-doo.
Love you too.
Love you lots, Lala. There we are. Now, who have we got here? Scottie, I'm going to talk about aliens tonight. We love that. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Scottie, good evening. It's Richard.
Richard, I've just been talking about you. I've just been saying we're going to talk about aliens tonight when Richard comes on.
Well, Scottie, you're here in glorious 54-inch.
Yep, absolutely.
So, Scottie,
what's it looking like, Richard? Is it okay?
Aye, Scottie, I can tell you the picture quality is fantastic. Everything looks great.
That's great. Now, you see, Richard, you're sitting in Northern Ireland. I'm sitting in the west of Scotland, and everything's as clear as a bell.
Ah, fantastic, Scottie.
That's what we want.
As you know, Scottie, Voice of the World radio phone-in is all about education.
Information, education, and entertainment.
That's exactly what it's about, Scottie. So I wanted to explain a few things. Although the guy that was on last night, I thought he was a bit ignorant, but I wanted to explain to people about the saying UFOs.
Yes, now which one was that? Was that the one calling himself, I can't even remember his name now. Oh yes, Derek and Clive.
Aye, Scottie, he was a bit rude.
He was very rude to everybody, yes. He was just bordering on the offensive.
But you know, Scottie, the word UFO does not mean little green men from outer space. Unidentified flying objects.
Unidentified flying object. It could be a satellite, a piece of junk in space.
Exactly, Scottie. And you know, if you think back to whenever the Harrier jump jet was first developed,
yes,
they had to test it. And we would have seen that, and we would have looked up at the stars, and we would have said, oh, what's that thing? What's that a thing from another planet?
Absolutely.
Unidentified flying object. And the other thing is, you know, in America at the minute, they're having a congressional committee about these things, what they call the TikToks that they found.
Yes.
And the thing is, there's a whole thing now, Scottie, about string theory. And string theory suggests that maybe there is more than one us. So there could be a reality where you are sitting there and I'm talking to you instead of you talking to me.
Yes.
And so what they think is that sometimes there can maybe be a bleed over from these different realities.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, the Earth itself has a heartbeat. The Earth has a frequency. You can look it up and hear the Earth's heartbeat. So,
Scottie, the only thing I can think is the reason that the aliens would be coming down, they would be coming down to listen to Scottie McCLUE.
Of course.
Because they've heard about his radio show.
Of course, that's exactly what they'll be doing. They'll be getting a buzz from it.
Exactly, Scottie.
And we don't know, I mean, we don't actually know what other planets there is life on.
Of course, Scottie, and there would be the chances of them being the same as ours would be, I mean, you couldn't calculate it.
And tell me this, Richard, have we been to all the corners of the earth? Could there be indigenous peoples that we haven't yet met?
Oh, Scottie, I think that goes without saying.
You know?
that goes without saying. Did you see the recent report where they reckon that the Blue Whale, its song, is actually one of Beethoven's symphonies?
Ah, fantastic. So there you are. So Beethoven might have just picked up from the Blue Whale.
Well, the Blue Whale might have been sensitive enough to pick up from Beethoven.
Well, sometimes when you hear, and you'll maybe have this round the ports of the province, you'll hear people say things like, it's a shame these whales are getting driven ashore. Now, I wonder if things like mobile phone signals are interfering with their own natural radar.
Oh, I think they are, Scottie, without a doubt.
You know, and they're getting Duff Jen and they're ending up on the beach.
They are, without a doubt. So, Scottie, I'm going to end by saying this. Here's the thing. I remember when I was 15, back in 1974, and I started work. And my first week, I come home, and I said, you know, that's a horrible boss. As it turned out, Scottie, he ended up to be my mentor.
Yes.
And he was a very nice man. And
yes.
he was a captain. He had fought in World War II. What I didn't know at that time is what he had done is, instead of coming home to his family life, he had went out and fought in the Spanish Civil War.
1936.
As a volunteer.
1936 for the Republicans.
Exactly.
Yes.
Scottie.
Yes, absolutely. There was a lot of that, and a lot of Scots and Irish people went out there.
And I thought to myself, what a great man. And my father says to me at 15, he says, you're a very young, angry young man, Richard. And I says, well, this man, he says, son, I'm going to give you the best lesson you'll ever hear. And he says, do you see, if you're right, you do not need to argue. And let me tell you, son, if you're wrong, you can't afford to.
Oh, isn't that fabulous? If you're right, you don't need to argue. And if you're wrong, you can't afford to. How amazing is that?
Dinky-doo.
Absolutely. Lovely to hear from you. And dinky-doo, Richard. Top man.
Dinky-doo, Scottie.
See you later. Thank you. What a top man. That was amazing. So there you are. If you're right, you don't need to argue. And if you're wrong, you can't afford to. Good evening, big man, says Papa. Papa, lovely to have you with us. The voice of World Radio. Richard, thank you. Lovely call there. What's the number, says Ewan? Ewan, you'll get it on the YouTube channel. Yeah, the number there, it's there for you. I can tell you 0141 628 9795. 0141 628 9795. Come and give us a call and let's have a bit of chat, I say to you. Who is this? You're live in Scottish phone in. Who's that?
It's David. I can't believe you're on today. Oh,
David, how fantastic to hear you. Lovely to hear you.
I've not seen you for like 2 weeks. I was busy having a bit of a party.
Oh, You've been away enjoying yourself?
I can't believe you've been back on maybe during the week. Maybe a few weeks. I don't really know what's happening.
Well, no, what we did, David, we've been doing random pop-ups. And we've been doing some in the morning and some in the evening, and they've been very, very successful.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's terrific. I was talking to Kareem about council elections. I love Kareem. I do, right?
Yes. Now, David, I'm just going to tip you the wink here. We tend not to discuss elections because they go into a period of purdah.
I won't discuss it, but Kareem's right. People get jealous and all that.
Yes, of course they do. You've had this yourself. People cheeking up to you because they wish they were you. Yes.
Even like names, you were going to like second names. I'm called McCarthy, and people, you were going about second names.
Yes.
People think the names are strange. But so I'm a McCarthy. But where does McCarthy come from?
It's fantastic. Yes, it's probably an old Irish name.
Right, that's the one. But John might be putting his loudspeaker, but John's loudspeaker's really awkward, John. Right, John might put his loudspeaker. Hold on, Scottie. Okay, hold on.
Okay, no problem at all.
Hello, Scott.
Hello, John. How are you?
Hello, Scott. Good to hear my friend. How are you?
Dinky do. Are you all right? Lovely to hear you.
Thanks for the advice, well.
Yeah, we seem to be doing well, John. We can't hear you terribly well.
John, come forward. Come forward.
A wee bit better. Come right up to the mic.
Hey, hello there, Scottie boy.
Aye, that's the stuff, John.
How are you, my friend? Why are you on this Thursday evening, Scottie?
Well, I thought we'd pop up. We've been doing random pop-ups to see what's best for the people. And it seems to be very, very popular.
Right, I've got you, Scottie. I've got you.
So I thought, well, let's try it and just see what's what. Because if we get it absolutely right for the people, then we are on the go, you know.
That's Scottie. That's really.
I've always said, give the people what they want, and they will reward you with their viewership and listenership.
But, some people are so, selfish, and I mean, they think about no one but themselves.
Oh,
Me and David.
oh, absolutely. No, you two are different. You think about each other.
Absolutely, Scottie, son.
That's what.
Good talking to you, Scottie, son.
John, it's lovely to hear you, son. You take care of yourself.
Are you keeping okay, Scottie?
Oh, well, an awful lot better. Oh, yes, 100%.
I'll pass you back to the boss.
Okay, you take care. Dinky do, John. Top stuff.
Right, I'll take you out the voice speak. Is that better, Scottie?
That was great. No, it sounded like he was in the lavvy at first.
He's actually filmed you on it. He's put his phone, he's put his torch on the big 6-inch TV, etc.
Oh, wow. And is it looking all right on the telly?
You're very, very clear, and I can see your background. I can see your lovely photos. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness me. That's the stuff. Absolutely amazing. Because we're going out on several platforms, David.
And there you go, exactly, my son. You know what I mean? Also, you're featuring a lovely Irishman from Ireland there. I forget his name.
Oh, the lovely Richard. That's Richard from Northern Ireland. Yes.
Talking about his dad would say sometimes people are wrong and right, but it turns out last weekend I thought John's done something bad.
All right, and it turned out he hadn't.
He didn't, and I had to apologise.
Good. Oh, well, no, it's always good. An apology is quite good. The making up can be good, you see.
I know, son,
you see, oh, John, I'm awfully sorry about that, son. What can I do for you?
Oh, great. Anyway, I'll let you go, my friend.
Yeah, and I hope you made him a good cup of tea.
I was guilty for a few days, Scottie.
You can't beat, yes. We need a wee guilt trip now and again, you know.
And he got a new car, so that's good.
Oh, lovely. Oh, excellent. Oh, you'll be looking it and a bit in that.
I'll pick it up next week, a brand new Kia car.
Oh,
wow.
Tremendous, tremendous. You'll be eating a bit in that. And many miles of happy motoring.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? Seriously, it's a lovely car. I can't wait to pick it up next week. Do you know what I mean?
That's great, David.
They're doing many paperwork because before I get it, and paperwork, etc.
Absolutely.
A wee process, you know what I mean? Anyway, you take care, my son.
And you, Davey, lovely to hear you. And Dinky do.
Dinky do. Are you back on tomorrow night, Scottie?
I might be, yes. We're certainly on Saturday night at 9 o'clock.
That's right. Of course, yeah. Right. If you're on tomorrow night, I'll listen for the beep, beep, beep.
Beep, beep, beep. Lovely to hear you. And Dinky do.
Dinky do, my friend.
See you, my dear fellow. Ta-ra-la. That's our David, a great character. And John, of course. Can I have a shout out, please, says Ewan. Got to be life out there. Someone says Gorbals boy. There we are. Now, what have we got? Oh, we're busy on here tonight. I can tell you. There we are. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie. How are you?
Hello, who's that? Is that Christine?
Yes.
Who?
Yes,
Hello?
hello.
No, I can't hear you. Sorry about that. A bit of a bad line there, Dinky do. Now, there we are. Have you ever seen a UFO? Joy's asking people. Well, people do not understand UFO does not mean the little green men from other planets. Absolutely. Rangers are winning 3-2, big man. How long has the game got to go, RG? We are wondering. You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
All right, Scotty. Again.
How you getting on? Who's that?
Jeff.
Jeff. Excellent stuff. Lovely to hear you, Jeff. Fantastic. Rangers are winning 3-2. Oh, amazing. Not wanting to start an argument, but why do we need the Queen? Papa Houston, we couldn't do without a curator and custodian of the crown, I can tell you. You're live in Scottish phone in. Who's that? Some half-wits. Right, there you are. I think what we'll do is we'll just ban that. There we go. Right, that's that. And lovely. Fantastic. And that's that. Good stuff. There we are. There's always one idiot, isn't there? You get this everywhere. And you just have to make sure that you've banned them. Fantastic. Right. There we go. Fantastic. Good stuff. Sorry, folks. I'm just dealing with this idiot here. That's that. Now then. Good. Okay, that should be that with a bit of luck. Right, so we got here. You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
All right, Scotty, it's the one and only. It's Pablo the Great.
Pablo the Great. How lovely to have you with us, indeed you do. Sorry, I just had to deal with an idiot there.
You've got a few tonight, Scotty. They're coming through the wires there. There's too many gremlins, and you might have to turn the lights on.
Yeah, we might have to put the lights on at last. How are we getting on, Pablo? How are you keeping, my dear fellow?
To be honest, I'm a bit down, but that's more to do with my son than my own health at the moment. But,
right. Right, I understand.
Yeah, it's picking up bit by bit, Scotty, but I'm not happy with the progress. It's like he's stalling. It's like one day you think, right, we're getting somewhere, and the next you're not, kind of thing. So that's where we are with things with him.
Ah, excellent. Yes, I see what you mean. But no, listen, you couldn't be doing more than you do, Pablo. You know that. Hello? Are you there?
I'm trying my best, Scotty, because I know a bit about how the body works. And
yes.
Hello, Scotty, you know?
Hello, yeah, absolutely. Hello? We lost you.
Hello?
We lost you there, Lie. You okay?
Can you hear me, Scotty?
Yep, I can.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm doing what I can anyway. I know how the body works muscle-wise. Yeah, I can hear you, Scotty. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now. We lost you for a bit. Oh, we've completely lost you now. Very strange. Right. Not to worry. We'll maybe get him back. Hello, you're live at Scotty's. Who's that?
It's Pablo. Can you hear me now?
Ah, that's better, Pablo. Yes, we could.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, just doing the physio side of things with him. I'm not a professional by any stretch of the imagination, but I know how the muscles work, and I know it makes more sense to get him moving than, just sitting down, resting. I'm waiting for a lot of referrals, really. So I'm in the dark on what's really going on, Scotty.
I know what you mean. It's always a tough one because people are individuals. There's Richard saying, "Good to hear you, Pablo." So you're being welcomed back on here.
Yeah, and I've not been on for a long time. I've been listening and watching, but my mind's not been in the right place, Scotty, talkative-wise. With what's going on with my son and just all the stuff in my life, I've just thought, not right now, I'll give it some time, but I thought I'd pop on because we had some half numpties and jumping on being silly.
Yeah, absolutely. So we needed to get a sensible person like your good self.
I thought, let's replace that with some education, scintillation, whatever you say.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Scintillating, an hour of scintillating conversation.
It seems to be rolling, really, really good tonight as well. It
is good, actually. I mean, I'm really chuffed with the progress of these shows. You know what I mean? Because it was a long, slow start. But I believe if you just keep at it and you see green shoots appearing.
Well, that's it, Scotty. But I think this time, 10 p.m., I think why it's more suited is because everyone's finished what they've needed to watch, do at home, and they're unwinding, and it's like the good old days where it's prime time hours to have a talk show going. And I think everybody remembers that late night.
Well, yes, I think you associate 10 o'clock with Scottie McCLUE, either 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, I think that's what people, it sits well with them. Some people, I can understand, want to go bed early, but I think that most of the people in this world now are struggling with the sleep anyway.
Yeah, but you're allowed to listen to Scottie McCLUE in bed. There's no problem with that. We had the wonderful Dee on the other night, and she said, I'm in my bed at the moment.
Yeah, Scotty, that's where most people used to listen to the radio. I said that to you the first time I heard you was from my mother's bedroom when I was a poorly child. She had the radio on.
And sometimes they would listen right till 1 o'clock. There was a huge listenership at 1 o'clock.
I don't think people really finished turning it off till it finished. Because I used to listen a lot, and I told my friends about it. And I just think I preferred listening to that than listening to music. I don't know why, but
I don't know. I just think the Northwest is great. People are great talkers. So I mean, if you're a Manc or a Scouser or a Prestonian or whatever, you're into a bit of chat.
That's right, Scotty. Funny you say that because I met a Scouts guy today who picked a couple of fish out off me because they were outgrowing my pond. And we've never met each other in our life. And I know we've got common ground to speak about ponds and fish, but we're speaking for a good 10, 15 minutes. It's like we give each other all our lives. It's crazy.
Well, it's lovely. I mean, you're never long at a bus stop in the Northwest till somebody starts, do you know if bus is coming, love? And you say, yeah, it should be, actually. They're sometimes a little bit late, but they're not too bad. Oh, I've been standing here for half an hour. And then within a couple of minutes, you've got the life story.
Yeah, but no, if someone asks you for the time, you might be scared, they might rob you.
Yeah, well, that's the whole idea. But I mean, you can't really rob me at a bus stop because I don't have anything.
No.
So all you could do is steal a few McCLUEisms off me.
Well, that's it. I know the other old ones. Have you got a spare cigarette? You've got to pull one out. They might pull the whole packet off you these days, Scotty.
Well, that's right. But you know what I mean? Have you got a spare cigarette? I haven't. Sorry.
Yeah, don't try that old chestnut with it.
I remember a friend of mine actually stopped a jogger and asked him if he had a light.
Serious?
Yeah, he stopped a jogger. So, excuse me, mate. He says, sorry to you wouldn't have a light on you, would you?
I don't know why you'd ask a jogger, and they've got a light or a cigarette. I'll tell you what happened though, years ago. I mentioned that about the cigarette or asking about the time. We was in quite a rough place, and the guy in question was my sister's ex-partner, and a group of lads just asked for a cigarette, and he opened the pack to give him one, and they just snatched the whole packet, Scotty, and just, started toying around with his packet of cigarettes, not giving it him back, a bit like bullying tactics. And then one of them gave me a cheeky slap on the face. I was only young, and I turned around and said, "What are you doing that for?" And they heard my voice, and I'm from quite a rough place anyway, Salford, and I think it was the fact that they heard my voice. They thought, I've not seen this lad before, and then they kept asking me, do I know this person, that person? I said, yeah, I do. And if it wasn't for that fact of knowing that person or two, Scotty, God knows what could have happened to us.
Hey, I'll tell you, I beg your pardon calling Salford rough. I used to live there.
Yeah. Scotty, I'm going to have to leave you, mate. I've got 30 seconds on the blower.
Lovely to hear you, and dinky do, mate.
Dinky do, Scotty, mate. Take care.
Top man, all the best, Pablo. Every strength to you, la. What a fine fellow. That's our Pablo from Salford. We love that. Absolutely. Just outside Manchester. Have you any more badges, says Angela? I've just got this one here, Angela, love. So there we are. Scottie McCLUE. Dinky do. Now, who have we got here? You're live in Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
This is Molly from Apple Support. We have found some...
You've done what, love? Oh, I can't hear you now. You've gone. Right, there we are. Very nice to hear that. Good night, Susan. Sleep tight, friend. There we are. Susan's away to bed. Good night, Susan. You take care of yourself and look after yourself. There's Vicky. Hi, David. I'm Pablo's wife. I'll pass on your message and thank you very much. Absolutely. And Richard, Vicky, says hi to Pablo as well. Top man that he is. Me Scottish, says Sharon. Absolutely, Sharon. Nobody's doubting you, Angel. Where's all the Scottish people? Stacks of them on here. Kilbucky is friendly, says Sharon. Kilbucky is very friendly. Just outside Snaky there. Good night, everybody. Fantastic. Pablo's great. Where have you been? What's going on? Sending strength from David in Knightswood, Glasgow, and his children. The wonderful David just been on for a chat there. Connor, hi, Scotty. I was with my girlfriend this morning. Excellent, Connor. Dinky Doo, I'm at work. Ian, good to have you with us, of course. There we go. Block the dafties, Scotty. Absolutely, we'll do that. There's Neil on. Fantastic. Is it summer yet? Says Kareem. Good evening, Scotty. And everyone else, says the wonderful Gary. Gosh, I haven't realized how fast the time is going here. Fantastic. Now, everybody on TikTok, have you been following? There's Ryan saying, all right, Ryan. Lovely to have you with us. A shout out to my mate who's disappointed at the mighty result tonight. What was the result? Skeevy. Is the football finished? Tell them Scottie McCLUE's on. They shouldn't be wasting their time watching football when McCLUE's on, but I'm sure the football would still get some audience. There we are. Pablo is fab. Anyone know his surname and I'll send him a message. We don't know, but that's his missus on there. We could talk all night, Scotty, and still have something to say. Absolutely, Susan. Lovely to hear from you, the wonderful Susan Forrest in Lancashire there. There we go. Scotty, humongous shout out from George in sunny Saltcoats. George, lovely to have you with us, Weege. Fantastic. Floatie, hashtag Floatie, beachy, top man. Heard about the collards, ridiculous. Absolutely, Ryan. West Ham was on 3-0. Right, but I think maybe people are after the Rangers result. 3-1 to the mighty Gers. Murray. The wonderful Murray O'Donnell's joined us. Excellent result then. Who were they playing? Did you do? The Rangers went through. Right, Skeevy, 3-1. We've got it here now. Celtic or Rangers, Ryan, my best advice I can give you is go and see them both play and then make up your mind. Just like James Bond, the voice of World Radio will return. Yes, McCLUE is back. Fantastic. They were playing Braga. Well, there's no need for bragging, I can tell you. What's your thoughts about the Mina story on Emmerdale, Scotty? Weege. I was welded to the telly tonight. I thought it was an amazing piece of work. She's actually quite an outstanding actress. But my goodness, what a turn up. Oh, well, see, I can't wait to see what's happened. As soon as it finishes, I shout at the telly, we can't leave it like that. There we are. But no, it was just amazing. I was not expecting that. Yes, indeed. And the poor old judge. Oh, and the jury. Oh, and poor Liam. Oh, yes, pal, but you do well as a DJ. I've worked all over in pubs, clubs for years. Martin, keep practicing. Celtic always, says Neil O'Gormley. Absolutely. Mon the hoops, as we say. And we are the people. Simply the best. World's going to pop. And you're debating soaps. Dave Deprave, you've got it in one lie. You're actually very, very slowly, Dave, starting to understand that there's more to the world than mainstream media. Wonderful. Fantastic. But you pop if you want. The rest of us will not stop. How did it sink? What are we talking about? Enjoy Easter, big boys. See you next time. Off for a nap. Ryan Take great care of your dear self, and think you do. I think we have made a world family, Mr. McClue. I think we have, Richard, and you have played a big part in that. And for that, I thank you, and many other things. I thank you for being you. That's it. I will, buddy. See you on Facebook. Martin loves his Facebook. We need a release from the woes. Aidan, you're 100% correct. And Dave needs to soper mainstream media. It's acting out their agenda. Dave, you don't have talk nonsense. So there you are. It's purely entertainment. There's no agenda. Sharon says, I have terrible constipation today. Can anyone help? I don't know, Sharon. We'll put that to the nation. We're not really medical advisors on here, but if anybody can help with Sharon, who's totally bound up. What about a bit of roughage, Sharon? There we are. What about a nice stew with garlic and onions and carrots? And what else could we put in to help Sharon along there? There we go. Aidan says, read the red tops. No, Martin, says Jerry. So there we are. So that's it. That's pretty straight, I can tell you. Now, how are we doing for time here? We do have to watch our time. Now, what have we got? Rock and roll? No, we've managed to avoid up until now. Yes, take baking soda in water. 2 teaspoonfuls. That's quite a lot, Richard. You know, that might send her going. She needs to hover quite close by, I would say. Now, what have we got here? I've just come on. Nicholas, you're very, very welcome. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky Doo, we'll be going off in a couple of minutes, though. But what a fabulous, fabulous show tonight. So what have we got here? I don't actually know what you're talking about there, Noah. So I can't give you an opinion on that because I don't know what you mean. So there we are. So I think that's fairly straight, isn't it? Wonderful. If you're watching on the TikTok, get following and like and share the TikTok videos. They're all made with love for you. If you're on the YouTube channel, please can you get subscribing and tap the bell because we're popping up random these days and I don't want you missing it. Oh, Scott, 5 minutes. Absolutely, Nicholas. I think there were some people watching football tonight at the same time, but I'm sure the football still managed to get some audience. Take two indigestion tablets. I'll not do the advertising, Angela. Another great show, says the wonderful Richard. Flower of Scotland, when we see, etc., etc. Do you consider people born in Gretna Green English? No, Gretna Green's in Scotland. Yes, away in Czech. There we are. Dinky Doo. Alan, we're flying. We are the people, says Jira. And in the interest of balance, mod the hoops, I say. I'm going to have to dash. Love you lots. Good night. God bless. Dinky Doo and ta-ra, lass. Set your notifications. Fantastic. That's our beautiful TikTokers have had to dash off there. Dinky Doo, Scottie. Terry, how lovely to have you with us on the Facebook. And welcome, 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 I say. We're going to have to dash off. We're going to have to dash off in about a minute. Bye, Scottie. Bye, Kareem. Thank you for all your input. Tremendous call tonight, as always. There we are. Thank you to you, Martin. Good luck with your DJing, I say. Tremendous. And what time are you on in the morning? I don't know, Martin. We'll have to see how the day goes. It's getting a window that is the biggest challenge. It's not doing the shows. It's just getting a window so we can pop up. Guys, if you can subscribe on the YouTube channel, very important. Follow me on TikTok at Scottie McClue. Follow me on Twitch at Scottie_McClue. I'll get all that information to you. Thank you so much for watching tonight. It's been an absolute blast, an absolute gas, and take great care of your dear selves.